Echo. All right, fabulous. Well, thank you for persevering because, again, in business, we have to learn that you have to find a way to overcome technical challenges, business challenges. What happens if, for example, you place an order and it doesn't arrive on time? What are you going to do? How do you solve it? These are things that you face every day in business. Things will not always go to plan. So, what do you do? How do you get around it? And these are some of the things we'll be discussing right here. I've seen a number of times where you've got a deadline, and having worked in finance and accounts, I know about deadlines. You've got a deadline. And yeah, I'll show you. Years ago, I used to, for example, work for a company that we had a parent company in the USA, and you had to report by a certain time on a certain day of the month. But in order to prepare the reports, you needed information from a number of other people, external people. So what do you do? Oh, Muchat saying yes, it's part of life, business and leadership. Exactly. So what do? You have to deliver this thing on time. People are not giving you what you need to get your work done. You have to find a way around it. You have to find a solution. That's all part of being in business. You cannot sit back and say, oh, somebody hasn't done their bit, so I can't do mine. It may even be a senior person to you. Hi, Jenny. Maybe a senior person to you. How do you approach them? It may be somebody you want to do business with, you've been dying to do business with, but you've had that hesitancy that you're not sure of the relationship. You don't want to upset them, but you want them to make a decision. You want them to do something. How do you go about that? How do you get them to, one, acknowledge you, but then two, to say yes to you? These are some of the tools and some of the tricks that we've had to learn. Now, as I said, as a person working in finance, when I was still relatively junior, I used to have to get information from senior managers. And even when working overseas, I worked with some of the banks in parts of Europe. And the information that I used to require from the banks to do the studies that I was doing was very sensitive proprietary information. So you imagine you're one of the big international banks. You've got people coming in to do a study. They want your sensitive data, but they're also working with your competitors, and they're visiting your competitors, and they've got your data. So you've got to give this over, but you don't want to lose your competitive edge. Hi, Jenny. You don't want to give your competitive edge, but you're part of this study. How do you go about it? And I distinctly remember one afternoon in Germany, I won't say the name of the bank, and I was working with this bank and with one of their senior managers. It was myself and my manager at the time in a meeting with him, discussing the information we needed and how we needed it, how we were going to use the information, etc., etc. And he was still hesitant. Now, this meeting had been scheduled. We were spending a certain amount of time out in Germany, and he was hesitant, and he was oohing and ahhing and asking every question possible. So at one stage, my boss went out to go and have a comfort break. And I was just chit chatting with this man. It was the first meeting with him. And I don't know why, but I just looked at him and said, look, we're doing the study. We need the information. It's more than our job's worth to let anybody see your information because this study needs to work. So that was it. We started just chit chatting. Jenny, you make me laugh. We started chit chatting. My boss came back and we're there. All of a sudden, the man picks up the phone, calls his PA, and says something to her in German. And my German's very limited. And she came in arms full of all of the stuff we needed, which they actually had ready for us. but we had to pass the test before he would hand over the information. And I'm delighted to say the study went through without a hitch. Nobody saw anybody else's information, and it was a success story. But it was a good lesson, an eye opener to the fact that you have to, in business, you have to listen to the requirements and the needs of the person that you are dealing with in order to serve them well. But in serving them well, you then get what you want. And this is so crucial in business, in life, in all situations. But sometimes we can forget because we get so hung up in what we want and what our needs are that we forget to serve first, and then we will be served ourselves. Now, let me just look at a few messages, see who's with us. Hi, Jenny, lovely to see you. Hi, Muchat, thank you for your message. And I'm delighted that everyone can see. Brilliant. Oh, and where have you got people? Just type in for me where you're viewing from. And if you've got any messages, put them in the box. As I said, share the broadcast, like and hearts and stuff, because we really want this platform to really get busy, really get moving, because I think all of us on here can benefit from this platform. And I really would like to see some of you taking part and being on the platform yourselves. So let's really get some activity going. This is the first show on here. Let's really make it something that we can get some activity going. What if you're in business, tell me what some of your challenges are. What are some of the things that you faced in business? Maybe you've had times when you've just felt like giving up, when you've felt that things weren't working, that it just wasn't going to happen for you. Share with us. Let's have a conversation on here. This isn't just me talking at you. This is us together sharing and talking, and let's really, let's get some momentum here. Come on, it's Monday evening. You could be anywhere else. You've chosen to be here. So let's be here. Let's have fun. Because again, for me, business is about having fun. Business is about connecting with people and really learning from each other, growing together, supporting each other, influencing each other. And you know what? I like to have fun too. So I'm not going to pretend that I'm just so serious. I like to have fun. So if we can have fun on here, we can help each other, we can share some tips. This will be really beneficial for all of us. So I'm just looking at some messages. Hi, Sheldon from Croydon. Right, so what are we doing now? I may even just pose some questions to some people. Let's see how we're doing. So let's see now. Okay, so okay, let's go to chat to you. Okay, lovely. So let's see now. Where should we take this to? Because again, I like to really just sort of free flow and let's have a conversation. Let's chat. Hi from Cheshire. Brilliant. So we've got Croydon, we've got Cheshire. I believe we've got Sussex in the house as well. Let's see. Oh, brilliant. Okay, so right. So another thing I wanted to share with you regarding business, because again, this is just an introductory. This is you getting to know me getting to know how I can serve you better. Because for me, I love to see results. I love to serve and to help because I think when you get results, it just gives you that oomph and that boost to go on and do the next thing, do the next thing. So in business, you've gone into business, you want, obviously you want to generate an income as well as to serve others. So what do you have in place? What systems do you have in place to enable you to run your business? Oh, we've got someone in from Rochester in Kent. In fact, I think I know who that is. Thank you for joining. I'm looking forward to your show as well. So, what systems do you have in place? What support mechanism do you have in order to help you grow and build and sustain your business? Now, sometimes you may start out as a solopreneur. You've just got this idea, you've got some skills, and you just want to go out and do your business. However, you can't, as much as you're good at some things, you may not be good at everything. So that's where I say you come in and you need some support. So how do you get that support? Your friends and your family may not be in a position to support you. They may not be able to help you. They may not even see your dream. They may not understand your vision. So how do you move forward? Now, there's lots of resources out there now. We've had the internet. We You have different bureaus, and if you're normally in a local area, they have your business startups. And that is just part of it. It's the people that you also have around you, the people that you can tap into in your network, who can sometimes give you hints and tips of what they've done that's helped them to move forward. I know, again, from my own experience, that within particular industries, people talk. And I've had examples where I've been referred by people in the same industry because I could help them with their structure. And this happened quite recently, actually, where I had one gentleman who had been referred to me. He'd and ahed and he'd put it off. And then he got to a critical stage where he just needed the structure. Is it echoing again? Let me see if I move closer, if it's still echoing. Right. Okay. So just let me know if it continues to echo. I might just have to keep jiggling a bit to get the system at the right angle. And it was just a case of him not realizing that his job and his business could be working with more ease and flow if he was to just make the call, have me come in, look at what he had in place, make a few tweaks, and show him how he can do things easier in less time so that he can concentrate on the business at hand. So that's when I say to you about what support do you have, because sometimes when you're trying to do everything, you may be doing things the hard way, and there could be an easier way to do the same task. So it's good to ask people, it's good to ask for support, it's good to ask, who do you know? And it may not be the people that you know directly, but people around you may also know somebody that can help you. And it's not always a case of the fee that they'll charge. Some people will work with you and there'll be a value exchange. So you may be able to do something for them, and they likewise can do something for you. And when the two of you come together, you both benefit. And that's where we talk about having synergy, because you're helping them, they're helping you, and you're both progressing, you're both growing, you're both getting results. And after all, that's what we all want in life. We want results. So that's just some of the things in terms of looking at what support systems you have in place. What's going to enable you to get from A to B? What's going to enable you to get the results that you want? What's going to enable you to make the difference that you want to make? These are some of the things to think about if you're going into business. It may even be you're doing a course. Thinking, in a structured way about how you can get from A to B with minimum fuss and with ease. Because that's where I like to say, help people to come in and spend less time around things that are causing them stress, that are challenges for them, so that they can have more time actually doing the things they enjoy doing. Come on, at the end of the day, do you really want to spend the time doing the stuff you don't enjoy doing? Or would you like to spend the time doing whatever you choose to do because you've chosen to do it and you're having fun? And somebody's just put a message. Okay, so our friend in Cheshire is saying that yes, they'd ask for help if certain people are around. Is that 6 degrees of separation you were talking about? Because it's true, everybody knows somebody. So yeah, so who else has got a message? So I'm really interested to know. Okay, I'm really interested to know what what's a what's a business challenge for you? What's a question you've always wanted to ask somebody and not asked? And it may be a simple question, it may be something to do with structure, it may be something to do with processes, it may even be something simple about the quickest and easiest way to get organized. Because that, again, in business, when you're organized and you have structure, it makes life so easy. And I love structure. I love organization because then it's less to worry about, less to think about. So these are some of the things that we'll cover in here. These are some of the things we'll talk about over the course of the weeks and months. Getting structure. And again, what I'd like to know from you is whether or not you'd like to have, we're on the content days, just one area that we cover together, because I really want to give value to you. I want you, if you're going to spend your time and be here with me, I'd love for you to leave here and feel, yeah, I've got something I can go and do. I've got something that's going to make a difference to my business, to my team, to the project I'm on, to my mission. How can I help add value to you on this show? And tonight was really an introductory, just getting to know each other, us just really feeling each other out, and then going forward from here. It's about growth. It's about getting results. It's about how you can change and impact your business. And this is, for me, that's the pleasure, that's the joy, being here to be able to help you to do more of what you love. Because I think life, we're meant to have fun, we're meant to enjoy life. So if you can have that time to do more of what you love, but you're getting the stuff done that you have to get done, then that is, that's ideal. And it'll be a pleasure to help you to do that. And hi, Elizabeth from Essex. Thank you for joining. I think I just need to have a quick sip because I can feel my throat getting dry. Right. So, okay. So let's see how we're doing here. All right. So we've got another 5 to 7 minutes together. So time's going really quickly tonight. And if anyone's got a question, Elizabeth, I was saying to people, if you've got business related questions that you'd like to ask, do put them in the message box. Do ask the questions, because what I'd really love to do for everybody that comes on here that's either in business, that's an executive, is in some form of leadership role, if I can give you hints and tips that are relevant to you at the time you need them, then it'll be a pleasure to serve you in that way. This is really the space to come where I said to you, excuse me, because my throat has really gone dry now. Excuse me. So it's really the place to come where you release the pressures that you're under, so that you can actually reconnect to your purpose and then get recharged, so you can go back out there and get the results and the joy that you want. Because we're 2018, we're more than halfway through the year, and let's see how we're going to end this year strong. That's really my dream for everyone on here, to end the year strong, but end it on your terms. Now, I've had a question here. Oh, you're such a sweetie. It's a pleasure to have you. So you're saying that love your content every time. It's really, thank you for saying that. So your biggest problem is keeping the buzz going around the product you're promoting. Ah, okay. You don't ask people, okay, so I'm not sure what the product is that you're. Ah, lovely to have you online, Manella, as well. So, how do you keep a buzz around the product that you're promoting? My first question to you is, does that product excite you? How excited do you get about the product? Because again, many years ago, I used to do direct sales, for example. And one of the things for me was I would not sell a product if it wasn't something that I really liked, if it wasn't something I really loved, or I knew was beneficial to me. Because if I used it and I loved it, then when I'm selling it to somebody else, they can feel my excitement, they can feel my energy. So I would ask you, is it a product that you actually love? And if it is a product that you love, are you conveying that when you're promoting and when you're speaking to other people? because they will sense your excitement. They will sense that your love for it. And if you're speaking to the right people, then you should start to see results. You should start to see that people get it. But if you're not speaking to the right people, your challenge is, where are the right people? And how are they going to know about the product that you have that they love or need or want? I hope that answers your question and you found that useful. But sometimes it's really a simple answer, that we have to connect with things first. And when we connect with them, other people, presuming that they're the right people, will connect. So now, Renella, you said me too. Does that mean that you're enjoying it, or that you find the same thing with people and products? So let me know in here. And as I said to everyone, keep your likes and your hearts going, and share the posts out, because we want people to come on the platform. We want people to really realize that they can get some useful hints and tips right here on this platform. This platform is for people who want to live their life, but live the life that they love, live life on their terms, and to really, feel fulfilled. And the way that they will know that we're here is by you liking, sharing, and talking about, you posting your comments as well, because this will mean that we'll keep giving you more of what you want. Because the idea here is to serve you and to give you what you want. Right, so you're saying yes, but it's right. Okay, so ooh, I like that. Yeah, I have to show that one. So you're saying that you're promoting nature, and that's your love, right? Nature, you're talking my language, and if I can find it, I will find one of the cards. Because what I didn't talk to you about is the set of cards that I created, but one of them is just on that. And so let me just quickly, because we'll be wrapping up soon. So let me see if I can find it to share that with you. And of course, it'll probably be the last one in the back. Let's see. Ah, there we go. Oh, so let's see. So here we go. Nature. There is so much to learn and feel from nature, the natural order of life and its cycles. When life becomes stressful, an effective yet inexpensive form of release is to embrace the elements of nature that are all around you. Take a breath of air, listen to the birds chirping, sink your toes in some grass. How will you treat yourself to some nature today? I don't think it was an accident that you asked that question about nature and you mentioned that this is what you're promoting. Because again, this is exactly the place, all the things I was sharing about releasing, about reconnecting, about being recharged. We get that from nature too. So I share your sentiment. We need to actually embrace nature more, because not only does it make us feel good, but we can learn so much from nature. And I, we moved recently, and in moving, what it's actually done for me, it means that I'm using less public transport, and I tend to walk more. And it just that walking and having that brisk walk in the morning has made such a difference. So you talking about nature and you promoting nature, I think you're onto something. And it's really just how you share that, share your message, get that message out there. And I think yeah, you can always private message me, we could chat. But yeah, you sold me on nature. So, and I think other people in here probably feel the same as well, in that it is so important that we embrace it, but also respect it. Oh, I have to share this one. Thank you for being on this night, because it's really nice of you to be taking part, and you see you're adding value to everybody on the show tonight. And this is what it's about. We all add value to each other. Now, I need to wrap up the broadcast for tonight, but I really would like to thank each and every one of you that for taking the time to be here. If you weren't able to be with us live tonight and you see this on the replay, thank you for taking the time to watch, to comment, to share, and to like. And I would just like to say to you that going forward, as I said, this is your platform too. So you interact and let us know what it is you want to see, what you want to hear, how we can support you. So this has been, and I'm there. See, I'm learning technology. So this has been Welcome to the Executive Suites, and it's been hosted by me, Roxanne St. Clair. And it's been a pleasure to be with you here on Inspire to Achieve Global TV. And stay with us. I believe earlier on Maxine shared the schedule with you, and we're here to serve you. Also, if you have a message and you feel that you can add value to the platform, get in contact with us, because you never know, you might be sitting here where I am sending out your message too. Thank you for being with us, and have an awesome rest of the evening, rest of the day, wherever you are in the world. I look forward to catching up with you again soon. Bye for now.